G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing a 4.7's light from Prometheus Lights. This is the Quark QK16L Mark III. Let's check it out. Okay, so first things first, when you buy one of these lights, you can opt to get some extras. So one of the extras you can opt to get is a lithium ion battery charger. Now, that looks like this, and you will get a cord in it as well. So a cord to go in here, USB-C, and then a cord that plugs into the wall. That is just a single cell charger. So that will charge the cell that you get with your light. And in this case, with this light, it is a 16650, 2200 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt. So in it goes like that, boom, charges away. Now you will get a just a manual about, telling you all the information about this charger specifically. There's not much to it, guys, but have a read over it if you've never used one before. Now I love this. So you get this with the charger, right? Recharge me early and often. And so what it says on the back, and I really, really like that it says this, it says, it's best not to practice to run the battery until it is dead. This trips the over discharge safety circuit and renders the battery inoperable. This also causes long-term damage to the battery. If the safety circuit is tripped, the 4.7's Flex charger and X-Tar, this one, chargers are normally capable of reactivating a tripped battery. So basically what it's saying is this is a protected battery, meaning if you drain this battery to a dangerous level of discharge, the protection circuit in this battery will activate and it'll cut off the discharge so it can't over discharge and get too hot and explode or catch fire or whatever, right? But what it's saying is don't wait until the protection circuit activates before charging it, all right? So it just says charge it often and charge it early. So I think that's brilliant advice for a company to give, and I really appreciated getting that little note in with the charger. Okay, so another thing that you can get, which I didn't get, is you can actually get, so this comes with a reflector, right? But you can actually get an aspheric lens kit as well. So a spheric lens would give a very different beam to a reflector. So I didn't get one of those. I just got the reflector, but you can get it, and click on the link below and it'll take you to this exact light at the Dark Sucks website, and you will see what I'm talking about. So this is the box you'll get, and I love how you've got this sticker on the back here, which just basically gives you, 90% of the information you need. But you also will get a little pack with 2 O-rings, and they're very, very durable O-rings, I might say. Really happy to see the quality of these O-rings. And you'll also get something really, really cool, guys. So this here, as you can see, there is a protruded tail cap, okay? Tail clicky, sorry. So it's a forward clicky, and I'll just actually install the battery now so I can prove that it is in fact a forward clicky. So it's a forward clicky, meaning when you half press, the light will activate, okay? So you can change modes with the forward clicky, and then once you let go, and then you can click it all the way in, but you can change modes without clicking it all the way in, okay? If you don't like a protruding tail clicky, okay, so let's say you wanted to be able to use tail standing and you can't with this, they actually include this little ring here, which is a tail standing ring that you can install on the tail cap. Now, I have given it a go a couple of times already, and I was successful, but one thing I will say is I wish, how do I say this? The material that this is made from is strong, don't get me wrong, but if you can just see there, and then on the other side as well there, see these little notches, which are designed to notch through these openings on the tail cap. They do start to get a little bit worn each time you take it off, and I'll show you what I mean. So to install it, you just put one end in first, and then the other end will snap in like that. Now you've got tail standing. Excuse me. So the design and the idea is genius. I know a couple of other companies that include tail cap protectors and tail standing rings with their lights as well. And this design I think, is not as good as if it was threaded. So if it was threaded and you could screw it in and then unscrew it, that's going to be a lot better, because now what we're dealing with is I need to, if I want to take this off, so I don't like it like this, okay? I think the fact that you've got tail standing is genius, but I much prefer having the tail clicky protruding, right? So this is now a shrouded tail cap setup, but I prefer an unshrouded tail cap setup for this specific light anyway. And so once I put this on, now if I want to take it off, it's actually quite hard to do, and you need something like some strong tweezers. And what you really kind of have to do is push in and kind of get the tweezers under there and then flick it up like that and then pull it out. Now, maybe that's not hard to do because I did it very quickly, but what I am concerned about is over time, if I do that too many times, the notches here are going to potentially, they might break off because of the material. And I mean, actually, do we have a bit? I think we have a bit of the material right there, just to show you that it is the the material. Yeah, definitely. So it's already been like kind of cut off here a little bit. So that concerns me, because what that tells me is you've got a limited amount of times that you can use this before one of these notches breaks, and then it's useless because you'll put it in and it'll just fall out. So I love the idea. I think it's genius, and I definitely think don't abandon the idea, but I would say think about putting a thread inside here so you can just screw it in and then unscrew it, and then you've got it forever. That would be my opinion and advice. And lastly, you will just get your Quark MKIII or Mark III QK16L or QK16L user manual. And this is a very, very comprehensive user manual, which does not have too much information at all. But in my opinion, it's got the perfect amount of information because it tells you everything that you really need to know. All right, so now let's have a look at the light. Just get rid of that thing. Okay, so having a look at the light. So my first impressions of this light were, as they still are, I love it. I think that this light is brilliant. And let me just try and go step by step as to why I think it's brilliant. Okay, so number one, what I noticed is the strength of the pocket clip. And it's actually quite a genius design, whereby, see this flat area here and this flat area here? Well, there's a third flat area, which is where the pocket clip sits. And that makes, this pocket clip is so bloody strong. The tension on this is really, really full on. But pocketing it is a dream because it is situated on a flat area. See that? So it really does slide in and out of your pocket just great. Now, would I have preferred a little bit more of a deep carry? Perhaps. However, what I've got to say is the great thing about the pocket clip only coming up to here on the light is that you can use this light in shallow pockets as well. So the one problem with lights always having, or not always, but the one problem with lights having deep carry pocket clips is that if it is a tall light, then it may sometimes hit the bottom of your pocket and be uncomfortable, whereas this is not going to do that, and you can use this in shallow pockets. So I like that. Also, the tension of the pocket clip means that it is not going anywhere. I really assure you, this light is not going anywhere once it is slipped over your pocket. And it's really easy to grab the top of the light and pull it out and get to use because you've got the whole tail cap sticking out. So I like that. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not deep carry. Am I going to accidentally initiate the light if I don't have the additional tail cap, tail standing clip on it? And the answer is unlikely. Reason being is that the tail clicky is actually quite firm. I'm very impressed with the strength and the durability of having to really push into that tail clicky. I believe that this tail clicky is quite durable. I believe it's not going to tear. It's not going to wear out very quickly. I mean, just listen to this. I'll put it up against the microphone. That's a very, very tough tail clicky. So At best, if you do accidentally turn it on in your pocket, you're going to know about it because you're going to hear it. At worst, you might momentary it. But I don't think you're going to fully activate it because it does take a bit of a press, guys. Like it really wants to be pressed, this thing. Now, another really cool thing is if I undo, actually, I don't have to undo the tail cap. I can actually undo this whole area here, which covers the pocket clip, and tail cap will come off. And if I don't want the pocket clip, I don't have to use it. So see how it's being protected by an O-ring there? I have to actually remove that O-ring, then I can lift this thing up and I can remove the pocket clip if I don't want the pocket clip. Now, I would never dream of doing that because I actually love this pocket clip, but I just wanted to show that that is an option if you didn't like the pocket clip for whatever reason. But as I said, I think it's one of the best pocket clips I've experienced in terms of like tensile strength and the way it is situated in the pocket. It really is easy to grab it from the top of the light, pull it out, and get to work. Now, we have an orange-pilled reflector, and the emitter choice they've used here, I love. So this is a Nietzsche 319A 4000K with 90 plus CRI. It is just beautiful. Actually, I'll get it a bit lower so you can see. There we go. Look at that. It's just beautiful. It's a typical Nietzsche look with the CRI, and 4000K is absolutely gorgeous. But I really am a fan of this 319A. Now, it is a very, very EDC style beam with this reflector, meaning you do get a beautiful hotspot for wherever you're pointing, but you get a lot of bleeding around the hotspot, which as you move the light back from the target, it does kind of morph into the spill, therefore rendering a beautiful mixed beam profile, which you will see in the night shots. Now, they do give you a max distance of 150 meters for this, and they do give you a max runtime on low of 160 hours. They give you a max runtime on high of 1.5 hours, but they don't give you any runtimes of the middle outputs. I'm not upset about that whatsoever. I know how long it's going to last on high. I know how long it's going to last on low. That's enough for me. Now, this has an impact resistance of 1 meter, which is pretty cool, but it has a submersion rating underwater for 3 meters. So you're looking at a bloody durable light, guys. Very tough, very durable. And to be honest, it feels it. It genuinely feels it. The make, the finish, the material they've used, everything feels quality about this light. I promise. Now, we have a very, very generous sizing here. So including the tail clicky, we're talking 12 centimeters tall. And then thickness wise, the face is 2 centimeters wide. The body is just shy of 2 centimeters. And I mean just shy of 2 centimeters. And then the tail cap is going to come back out at a little over 2 centimeters. So yeah, a little over 2 centimeters at the head and tail. And then just shy of 2 centimeters is the body. Now, including the battery and the pocket clip, this comes in at 87.65 grams. So what I love about this light already is that you've got the runtime of a 16650 battery, which is a decent runtime, 2,200, I believe, milliamp hours. And you've got the compact stature of a 16650 light. Fantastic. Now, another awesome thing about this light, you can use 2 CR123As or 2 rechargeable CR123As. But here's the catch. They are very, very clear about this. And in fact, I'll read it to you. So it says here, the Quark QK16L Mark III will accept 2 CR123 or 2 rechargeable CR123 batteries. However, we strongly advise against their use. Catastrophic failure can occur when one of the 2 cells is not functioning correctly, causing thermal runaway in the other cell. There is a significant risk of fire and or explosion when using 2 cells. Okay, so what they're saying is if I get 2 non-rechargeable or rechargeable, whatever, CR123 batteries, And let's say that this one is a full battery at 3 volts and this one is half full at 1.5 volts. If I put them in the same light and go to use that light, I don't know exactly what happens, but I know that one of them, I think maybe this one will start to maybe try and pull, or the light will start to pull too much energy from the one that is lower. I'm not sure exactly what happens, but I do know it's very dangerous, and as they said in the user manual, it can cause an explosion. So what I always say when it comes to using two CR123s in a light is grab them from being opened brand new. So here I have 3 different types of CR123A batteries. I've got 2 Olight brand new in the package, so I know they're going to be fine. I've got this box of Surefires, which are all brand new, so I know they're going to be fine as well. And I've got this unopened plastic bag with 2 Streamlight CR123s as well, so I know they'll be fine. Now you can always get like I don't know, multimeter or something or whatever it's called, and just test the voltage just to make sure that they are full. You know, you don't want to put your just blind trust in anybody, you know, so maybe they could have made a mistake and one of them is half empty. That will lead to a catastrophic explosion or fire. You don't want that. So you can just test it just to make sure that, yep, it's full. Yeah, it's full. Okay. In fact, I'll do that now. So I've got this thing here and I'll just test these 2 batteries that are already open. So put that to there. Okay. So just get these wires. Oh God. Get these wires where they need to be. Okay, so you put one on the negative end, one on the positive end. So black on negative, red on positive. Okay, so we've got here 3.15 volts in this. And then we've got here 3.18 volts, 171817. So I would say they're probably safe to use together, although I still wouldn't use them together because they are at different voltages. So I would say it's probably close enough, but I wouldn't risk that. I'm being clear, I wouldn't risk that. Let's open this and see. Okay, so we'll open the Streamlight because these are 2 unopened ones. Okay, and so hopefully they're exactly the same. So here we've got 3.32, okay? Now, moment of truth. 3.32. Hooray! Okay, these 2, I would be confident in throwing in this and using it no problemo. But what I really love is the warning that they give you. You know, that's a really cool thing that they do. It shows me that they really care. You know, they don't want their customers to have any sort of issue. Okay, so programming this light, because this is a programmable light. Programming this light, you can have one of 6 programmable options. Right now, I am in the option of low, medium, high, strobe, SOS, beacon. And then from anywhere while the light is off, I can do a double click and get to burst. 1, 2, burst. And that's burst mode. Burst mode lasts for 30 seconds, then it drops down to high mode, which is 300 lumens, I believe. Okay, now, one thing to remember, this has a different kind of memory mode. So what that means is this. Let's just get it to high. Okay, so I'm on high mode right now, 300 lumens. And when I turn this off, it's going to remember high mode if I leave it off for more than like a second, right? So now when I turn it back on, it's going to remember high mode. But from on, if I cycle, if I've left it on for a while, sorry, if I've left it on for more than like 5 seconds, and then I cycle, it's not going to go to the next mode. It's going to go to the beginning, which is the lowest mode, the beginning of the cycle. From on, if I cycle quickly, I don't leave it on for too long and cycle quickly, it will move to the next mode. Okay, so it would advance to the next mode. Okay, so the possible configurations you can have are, it's up here. So you can have high plus burst, max plus strobe, medium, then high, and burst, low, medium, high, and burst, high, medium, low, and burst, and then low, medium, high, strobe, SOS, beacon, and burst, which I'm on. Now, burst you can only access from off, and it's the double tap. And then so first you half click it, then you fully press in, and that's burst. Burst and max are the same lumen output, which is 600 lumens, all right? So I'm gonna get it on low, medium, and high, and then with the burst option. So that is configuration 4. The way I do that is I half press more than 10 times, and I wait till it starts doing that, and then I hold it in. Okay, the amount of times this flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's gonna get me in 4, but I'm just gonna half press and show you that it changes. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want 5, half press and hold it in, and it'll do it a few times to let you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half press, 1. So we're back to 1. Half press, 2, back to 2, half press, 3, half press, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I just let go, and I let go and I don't touch it for about 5 seconds. Now I'm going to be in low, medium, and high with the burst factor. So low, and low is 0.8 lumens, which is beautiful. It's also it's basically a moonlight mode, I would say. Then the next one is medium, 70 lumens, which is fantastic. Like that's going to last for several hours, and that is more than enough light when it's pitch black. High is 300 lumens, and so high is going to last for ages as well. And then actually high, it says 1.5 hours. That's good. And then I've also got burst mode. So burst mode is from off, 1, 2, and that's burst mode. That is 650 lumens. You'll get that for, I think it says about 30 seconds, and then it drops down to high, which is 300 lumens, so that it doesn't waste your battery or get too hot and burn the emitter or whatever. So I love it. All right, let's go out to the night shot, see how it does, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy. See you in a sec. All right, guys, we have the Prometheus here. This is on the lowest output, useful for a meter or two away, great for tying the shoes or looking for things you might be looking for near your feet. That's the medium output there. Great mixed beam, look at that. Large hotspot, beautiful spill, gorgeous. I've got this one on low, medium, and high. And then that's high there. Very useful indeed. Again, fantastic EDC beam, mixed beam, large hotspot, and just a seamless transition into the spill. Really nice. And then I'll turn it off and I'll go 1, 2, and that's the highest output, the burst mode, which is a brilliant name for it because it's not misleading. Burst mode means burst mode. You're going to get this for a short amount of time, and then it's going to dumb down or dim down. So that's why I get annoyed at other companies that claim 4,000 bloody lumens, and then in itty bitty writing they say, oh, you get it for 30 seconds. So this is burst mode, which is going to dim down, but very useful. So high, low, medium, high, and then from burst mode, as you saw, off and on gets you to high, which is still bloody useful. Off, 1, 2, oh, off, 1, 2, burst mode. I love this light. This is awesome. So useful, compact, large battery for its size. Sensational. All right, see ya. All right, pros and cons. So the one con I have about this light is that the tail cap thing that you can put on to help tail stand is limited in how many times you can use it, because like I showed, those little notch things are going to break eventually. They're just going to be eroded and break each time you put it on and off. So your number of times of use is numbered. Apart from that, this light is friggin' brilliant. I love it. I am going to be using this light, I can assure you. So, number one, I love the tail clicky. It is strong. It is really, really strong, guys. Take my word for it. It is strong. Number two, I love the fact that you can remove the pocket clip, although I never would, but I love that option. Number 3, I love the pocket clip. I love how strong it is. I love that it's on one of those flat areas on the body, and I love how it holds in the pocket brilliantly and that it does stick out a bit so it's easy to grab. I really do like that. I love the emitter. The emitter choice is brilliant. Nietzsche, and the 4000K 319A is a really, really nice choice for an EDC light. The reflector in this light is perfect for a mixed beam profile, and I might even look into getting one of those aspheric lens kits as well, just to see what that looks like too, because that is sick and I love that as an option. I also love the fact that you can have the option for a charger too. Now I love the fact that in a pinch you can use 2 CR123As, but again, just make sure that they're brand new and you don't cause yourself any issues. Now in terms of night shots, what more do you need for an EDC light? You have a compact light, 12 centimeters long, 87 grams I think it was, including the battery, and you've got plenty of runtime with a decent sized battery, and it does everything you need to do in terms of an EDC application. So in fact, hang on one second, have I got, yeah, okay, so that's it next to the Okluma DC0, which is, you know, arguably the most compact 14500 light, or actually no, the CWF Mini Arcadian is now the most compact custom 14500, but that's pretty close, right? And look at that. This has a 14500, this has a 16650, and they're pretty damn close in size. So I think they've done exceptionally well with the compact stature of this light. It really does make for a fantastic EDC light. Now I'm going to link it in the description below. Head straight over to the website if you want one of these or if you want to check it out. What I'll do is I'll link the website as a whole, and I will link this light specifically, and you can just choose the kit that you want. I think it's coming in about $85 US, which is generous in my opinion. And if you're not interested, then don't bloody click on the link at all. But this has been an awesome video for me, man. I love this light. I love the company, and I've been put on their radar now. So I'm going to be looking into what else they offer as well. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did, guys. And until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.